Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we are going to move further to our next material for this semester, related to spoken corpora. As you know, corpora is actually a collection of a corpus thing, either for written or spoken corpus. Since we only focuses on spoken English vocabulary, and also the corpus as well. And today we are going to further move to the another example, another purpose, and another concept of what is spoken corpora. Yeah. So I noticed I have already designed, I have already applied this icon before. On the previous meeting, I guess, but I don't think it will be a major issue, for you all. But I think it's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. Okay. Enough talking. Let's open this meeting by reciting basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so for learning objective today, you are going to have one, learning objective or learning aim, in which you are have to be able or you are be able to conceptualize purpose, key aspects and features, and also platform of spoken corpora properly through discovery learning. So you are going to discuss about what is the purpose of the spoken corpora, and mean the key aspects and features of it, and also the example or platform and resources of spoken corpora itself. So you are going to explore or discover more about it on this section or on this session or on this meeting. Okay, and at the end of the meeting, you have to be able to conceptualize all of them for that later to be used, in the next meeting. Okay, that's it. Next move to the another one. Okay, guys, so spoken corpora are collection of language samples that capture and derive from spoken language in various contexts. We actually have discussed it on the previous meeting, Spoken corpora is one of the type of corpora, because we have discussed that corpora has two types: written corpora and spoken corpora. Since the course of or our course is about the spoken English vocabulary, in which the vocabulary itself is derived or taken from such a spoken context or resources. So that's why we have to focus on the spoken corpora. Yeah. And the next one, spoken corpora are typically created by recording and transcribing interviews, lectures, broadcast, telephone conversation, and other form of spoken communication. As you can see, all of these resources taken from a spoken corpora, a spoken context in which there is a verbal communication within, and also there is a verbal language happen or occurred. Yeah. And the last one, spoken corpora provide researchers, educators, and language learners with valuable insights into the characteristic of oral language use. So you have to be able to capture all of the verbal language and oral language use within a spoken corpora. Okay, that's it. I think you have to be able to conceptualize this purpose or this general introduction of spoken corpora. Okay, next one. Okay, next one is the key aspects and features of spoken corpora. There are several key aspects and features of spoken corpora, and we will start from this two, The first one is authenticity. Authenticity is the aim, of spoken corpora to capture language as it naturally used in real life situation. They often include features such as hesitations, false starts, repetition, and non-standard grammatical construction that are common in spontaneous speech. As you can see, spoken English vocabulary is actually related to many verbal or informal language that usually spoken in such a very informal context or situation. So that's why it is common to not really fill or fulfill the standard grammatical construction, yeah, as it is a common in spontaneous speech. And the next one is multimodality. Spoken corpora may include not only transcription but also audio or video recordings of the spoken interaction. These multimodal aspects allow learners to study not only the linguistic features I mean not only the linguistic features of spoken language but also nonverbal cues, yeah, intonation and pragmatics, yeah, nonverbal cues, the cue, intonation and pragmatics. As you know, back again, as the concept of the spoken English vocabulary itself is actually a common language that mostly occurred in such a informal and also in such a daily communication or interaction. It means that the spoken language is actually related to a nonverbal intonation or pragmatics, yeah. It also allow us as a learners to study not only the linguistic features or the formal language standard but also the informal language, yeah, of such a phrasal verb and idiomatic expression. That's the example of multimodality in which spoken corpora may include. Okay, the next one. Okay, guys, but before we start to the another one, the third and fourth key aspect and features of spoken corpora, actually all this material is taken from an article entitled Use of Spoken Corpora in Language Learning and Teaching by Jalilova, yeah, an assistant teacher of CSPO. So the article is actually from the Texas Journal of Philology, Culture, and History. Yeah, you can check it more then, and I will provide you with the PDF as well. Okay, next, sociolinguistic variation. Spoken corpora provide insight into sociolinguistic variation, including regional accent, dialect, social register, and speech style. Learner can explore how language use varies based on factors such as age, gender, social background, and context. Again, guys, so actually, in order to explore or discover more about the spoken English vocabulary language itself is actually related to the social linguistic variation, because as we know, we use language in terms of its use and its relation with the social linguistic factors such as dialect, regional accent, social register, and so on. It's actually really yeah, or dependent, based on the factors such as age, gender, and social background. As we can see, as we can observe, we can use variation of language is actually we can relate it with such or a building factor of it when we are at or when we say something related to an informal language, we can usually relate it or we can usually compromise it based on the regional accent and also the social background of someone, yeah. And actually, it's related to the context as well. Yeah, we can adjust it in terms of the social variation, and we have to look at it depend on the social variation. And the next one is discourse analysis. Spoken corpora are valuable for studying discourse patterns and conversational dynamics. They help learners understand turn taking, topic management, repair strategies, politeness, and other aspects of spoken interaction. This one, discourse analysis, is actually a further or an advanced analysis, yeah, or context of the language study, yeah, because in the next semester, I mean, next further semester, no, next further semester, in several semester, I mean, you are going to learn about the discourse analysis in which it's related to this one, yeah, the use of spoken vocabulary for spoken interaction that is related to a valuable, yeah, pattern that related to a certain topic that happen in such a spoken interaction, and you have to analyze all of these things, yeah, based on the technique and several method within. Okay, the next one. Fifth and sixth one is actually the pronunciation, intonation, and language teaching and assessment. In terms of pronunciation and intonation, spoken corpora allow learners, yeah, to study authentic pronunciation and intonation patterns. By listening to recordings and analyzing the transcription, learners can improve their understanding and production of spoken language features. It's actually a fact, yeah, guys, yeah. Whenever you observe or you frequently look at someone, especially the native speaker, the way they speak, you'll actually learn, yeah, the authentic pronunciation of saying a certain word, yeah. So actually it will make you aware, and it actually enhance your understanding and production of spoken language features. It's actually really helpful, yeah, guys, whenever you want to improve your speaking in terms of the pronunciation and intonation. It's better if you are frequently listening and watching a native speaker speak. Yeah, whenever they speak, you have to pay attention to the way they pronounce and the intonation they emphasize in order to know, yeah, the intonation patterns and also the authentic pronunciation itself. And the next one is language teaching and assessment. Spoken corpora are used in language teaching and assessment to develop material, activities, and tests that reflect authentic spoken language use. Learners can use spoken corpora to practice listening comprehension, develop speaking skill, and familiarize, I mean, familiarize themselves with natural language patterns. Yeah, so you are going to familiar, yeah, yourself with natural language pattern, I mean. So you are going to able to make sure that every spoken corpora is actually or are actually very helpful in making such a very impactful learning materials and your English speaking, not your English language activities and also skill. It actually will make you to practice your listening comprehension even more, as you listen, as you watch a lot of corpus from the variety of spoken corpora, and actually it will make you enhance your speaking skill, and you are becoming or you are getting familiar with the natural language pattern itself. Me as a teacher and lecturer as well is actually really helped by this one. I can guarantee 100% to you, spoken corpora are the best way for me as a teacher and lecturer to give you a very authentic material related to a spoken English vocabulary itself. Yeah. Okay, next one. Okay, guys, after we discuss about the key aspect and features of spoken corpora, next we are going to know and discover the platforms of spoken corpora itself. Platforms here meaning is actually a sources or resources of spoken corpora. Platform, it's actually related to the online one, yeah, since we are living in 21st century in which the technological has developed rapidly, and there's a lot of AI, yeah, the use of AI, and actually there's a lot of online sources more rapid or more actually complete, yeah, than the printed or than the offline one. So these platforms actually refer to the online one, yeah. The first one, there is International Dialects of English Archive or IDEA. Yeah, IDEA is an online resource that provides audio recording of native speakers from various English-speaking regions around the world. It offers a collection of accent and dialects for learners to listen and study. The second one is the Speech Accent Archive. Yeah, the Speech Accent Archive is a database of spoken English samples from non-native speakers. It features recordings of individuals from different countries speaking English, allowing learners to compare and analyze various accent and pronunciation patterns. So these two are a certain, yeah, platforms of spoken corpora that you could use for your spoken English vocabulary and learning, yeah, because this one will provide you with the authentic context, authentic learning material, I mean, in which will introduce you to several material and also the introduction, yeah, of the use of spoken English vocabulary, either from the native speaker itself or even from the non-native speaker. Yeah. As you can see, it will remain you to stay more updated, whether you can exactly compare or know better about the use of spoken English vocabulary by the native speaker itself and non-native speaker. Yeah, in the next meeting we probably gonna check it out more. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, number three is British Library Sounds. The British Library Sound Archive provide access to a wide range of audio recordings, including spoken language samples, interviews, oral history collection, and more. It offers a diverse collection of recording that learners can explore to improve their listening comprehension. And the next one is TED or TED Talks, yeah. www.ted or TED.com is a popular platform that hosts a vast collection of video presentation on various topics. It offers a great opportunity for language learners to practice listening skill and enhance comprehension through engaging and informative speeches. Okay, the first one, the number three is British Library Sound is actually a an archive, yeah, provide access to a wide range of audio recording and blah blah blah. Since the name is already British, I could assume the spoken vocabulary itself is coming or come from the British accents, yeah. So you can check this one in order to learn more better, I mean, about the spoken English vocabulary related to the British context. Yeah, as we can see, as we discussed before, the spoken corpora itself is actually related to the social linguistic one, in which it factor or it can depend on the social regional and then the dialect, the aspect, the accent itself. So it's better for you and it's a great chance for you to learn more about British dialect and accent through this platform, British Library Sound. Okay. The next one is the TED Talk or TED Talk. Have you ever watched one of the video come or from TED Talks? Yeah, if you have watched it or if you already familiar with TED Talk, I mean, it means that you are one of the student that already provide or that already introduce yourself with a variety or topic of language learning. Because guys, TED Talk is actually a very common platform in which you can discover a lot of listening comprehension or a lot of topic, yeah, through the presentation. Maybe some of students would say this one or this platform is quite boring because it's similar with you, yeah, listen to your lecturer talk in front of the class. It means that you are not going to watch it anymore or again, yeah. But actually TED Talks is actually really amazing platform in which you can, what is it, access and watch a lot of variety of topics in which related to spoken language and vocabulary itself. Most of my students have mastered a lot of vocabularies within or from this platform. It's actually one of the best platform to learn English. Yeah. And now I challenge you to curious about this platform even more because it will make you someone who is capable of capturing a lot of spoken vocabularies within this platform. Yeah, because there's a lot of presenters and speakers from around the world in which the spoken one, in which the dialect, the accent itself is totally different. You can absorb I mean yeah, a lot of these differences differs thing, yeah, to be captured within your mind to know more about this spoken language itself. So actually I'll make you know more about it in the next session. Okay? Okay, the next one is YouTube, and the next six, and number six is English. Yeah, I assume most of you are already familiar with YouTube, yeah, since you are never skip this platform whenever you want to watch a very updated video today's, and you are mostly access this YouTube to know more about something that you are curious about, yeah. So in terms of YouTube is actually a corpora, yeah, guys. Yeah, we have discussed it. We have discussed it in the previous meeting in which YouTube is a corpora. Yeah, is an example of corpora because YouTube has a lot of corpus within. It means that YouTube a collection of a corpus. And the next one is English, yeah. I think some of you, maybe most of you are not quite familiar with this one, yeah. Actually, English is a free web and app-based tool that helps users learn and improve their pronunciation by showing how words and phrases are used in context by native speaker from YouTube video. Users search from a word or phrase, and English provides a list of YouTube video clips featuring the term, often with subtitles, yeah, which allows them to hear authentic pronunciation and understand usage across different accents like American, British, even Australian. So you have to check it out more, yeah, about English because it provides you with a lot of more authentic and language use more better than YouTube itself because it definitely specify to or for English learning or language learning. Okay? Next one. And the last two are National Public Radio or NPR. NPR is a US based public radio network that offers a wealth of radio content, including news reports, interview, podcasts, and storytelling programs. Learner can access or access NPR website or use their mobile app to listen to spoken language samples and news reports. OpenL2 Corpora, the next one, is an open source platform, that provides access to various multilingual corpora, including spoken language data. It offers a range of linguistic resources and tools for learners and researchers to study and analyze spoken language sample. So, the last two is NPR and OpenL2 Corpora. Actually, this platform might be cost with a fee, since these two are actually specified with the origin from the US and from the Australia, if I'm not mistaken. So it might be cost a fee to access it further. Okay, other platforms or resources of spoken corpora that have not mentioned in the previous slides are Lingby and HelloTalk and also Speaky. These three platforms are actually a chatting, or chatting platform in which you can directly communicate with a native speaker, even from all people all over or all around the world. So actually, this three platform will make you able, to communicate or have a conversation, spoken or verbally have a conversation with them synchronously within the application itself. I think it's okay. I think it's better for you if you are curious more about it. I i actually i expect you to download all these three platforms in which you can be able to communicate with your friends, from around the world. So you can check Linkbee, Hello Talk, and Speaky. In the next meeting, we are going to learn or discuss or maybe analyze this platform even more, along with the other ones, that we have discussed previously on the next slides. But these three are actually a platform that make you able to have a conversation with the native speaker. It's easy to use because you can select the region or the country or the nation that you are going to have a conversation with. It's actually easy, guys. You can check a lot of the tutorials of using these platforms. Okay? Happy chatting. Okay, guys, for today's meeting, there's no such a written exercise or written task for y'all, but instead, you have to make a video summary in which a proof that you pay attention to this meeting. As usual, you have to make a video through your LinkedIn, and then you have to share your LinkedIn video to the Google Classroom, and it will be your attendance list for today's discussion, for today's meeting, in which meeting 10. Okay, that's it. That's all. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, that's all for our meeting 10. Thank you so much for your attention. Let's close this one by reciting Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much. See you next week. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.